You will want to get into the habit of checking your tension on every quilt that you load. The tension on your long arm quilting machine is quite a bit different than what's on your sewing machine. Our tension dial has numbers on it, but the numbers really are for a reference point as to how far you've turned the dial. You're used to making very small adjustments on your sewing machine. When you're making an adjustment on your long arm quilting machine, you need to turn the dial at least halfway around, or you haven't really made any change. So if you started with the number 3 on the top, when you turn it halfway around, your number 3 should be on the bottom. Remember, it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and don't be surprised if you need to turn the dial all the way around a couple of times. There are a lot of factors that will affect the tension on your long arm quilting machine. One of those is fabrics. You might be using a heavier home deck type weight fabric. Maybe you're doing a denim jeans quilt. If you're doing a regular cotton calico quilt, whether you've pre-washed your fabric or not determines how much sizing is in that fabric. That's also going to affect your tension. If you're doing a t-shirt quilt, when you get to the areas of print on your t-shirt, that area is thicker, it's going to affect your tension. Most t-shirt quilts have been stabilized with some kind of an interfacing. That too will affect your tension. The threads that you use on your quilt can also affect the tension. If you're using metallic thread, if you're using cones of cotton thread, maybe you're using a heavier weight thread such as a 30 weight. Maybe you're using rayon thread. All of those will affect your tension. What kind of batting you're using can affect your tension. Are you using polyester batting, cotton batting, bamboo batting? How thick is your batting? All of those things combined together will affect your tension. So just get in the habit of checking your tension on every quilt and don't be afraid to make adjustments. Another thing that can affect your tension is how tight or loose your fabric is on your rails. You want to see a little bit of sag in your fabric so that your fabric is relaxed. You don't want your fabric so tight that you're pulling your fabric off grain. You also want to stay consistent as you're rolling your quilt so that you have the same amount of relaxation as you roll through your entire quilt. When it's loose and then you make it really tight, you're going to see a difference in your tension. I can't emphasize enough how normal it is to adjust your tension on every quilt. So please don't be afraid to make those adjustments. I really feel that if you understand your machine and how it operates, you're going to have better success with your quilting.